What's up, YouTube? Once again, we're making a video. We're in our park right now. It's actually pretty nice out here.
Not really,
really sunny.
Park.
Not really our original park because they're partying in the other one we went to. Yeah, it's a really nice day once again, and different town. We like being outside when we duel. I don't know why. It's more of a habit type of thing, I guess.
Because our parents won't let us duel inside the house.
Our parents won't. Well, parents don't really care. It's just like we just tend to be outside for the most part. But yeah, today I'm bringing you guys a deck profile. I don't know why it looks kind of blurry for some reason. Okay, that looks better, but whatever. Anyways, this is our 1-for-1 deck. We're gonna explain every card in the deck. It's one of the decks we used in the last video. The whole concept is basically get rid of one to get rid of one card to get rid of one of their cards, and so on and so forth. So all right, here we go. Here's our explanation. First card, Gale. Runs over anything that's 25 or under. Really good card, and one of 3 tuners in the deck. This guy right here, he gets over Stardust, doesn't destroy a monster when he's flipped face up, and it's not a flip effect, which is good if you use no mana cross up, but we only run one anyways. But he gets rid of Stardust, gets rid of monsters that are, it's basically a better version of Man-Eater Bug with the attack directly type of thing. The only bad thing about it, it also affects your monsters if you have your whole field open and he's face down still. Green Kappa, really good card. We really hate back row, so this works a lot in this deck, especially when everyone that we've faced so far puts a lot of back row, so this guy helps out a lot. This guy, once again, we hate back row. He's a 24 beat stick, obviously. Gets also makes them waste like cards as well. You may make them waste your bottom. Their bottomless or Tarantulas, stuff like that. Overall, good card, especially when we flip Green Kappa, destroy 2, sacrifice Green Kappa, summon this, destroy 2 more. It's actually a pretty cool concept. Ryza is not really a 1-for-1 type of thing, but for some reason this deck tends to get rid of their resources really good. So we put him in here, so when they only have one monster face down, we summon him, put a top deck, they have nothing, keep attacking directly. Next turn, you know, it's basically a free what's it called, a free attack, I guess you could say. 2 legendary Jujutsu Masters. This is basically like the stall part of the deck. It's basically gives up a draw for them, I guess you could say. And yeah, it helps out a lot. Gets rid of annoying synchros and stuff like that. We run 2 Airabellums. I want to run 3, but so far 2 is working pretty good. The last 2 tuners of the deck gets rid of cards in the hand, especially in this format. The hand, what's in the hand is actually useful, I guess. So we try to get rid of what's in the hand, or you know, we also think for Arcanite Magician with this guy. 3 Exiled 4s is basically like a smashing. Especially when we have the whole field full, and like when we waste the resources enough where they only have 1 monster left, we summon out this guy, tribute, destroy, attack directly. Especially with Airabellum on the field, it's major overkill. 3D DD Warrior Ladies matches up with the 1-for-1 concept. We put her face down. First turn, they attack it with the big ass monster. Next turn, they go crazy with synchros, and you know they attack it and just remove from play. A really good card, and you get to choose when to remove. So 3 Breakers because you know, it's a freaking monster and a mythical space typhoon, and you get them to waste their bottomless and Tarantulas and stuff like that. So that's a really good card. And most of the time we think for Arcanite Magician, which is, you know, +2 if used correctly. 3 Thunder Kings. This deck kind of has an anti-meta feel to it. It's a free Black Horn of Heaven and a beat stick, and doesn't let people use like tuning or like reinforcements, Dark Souls, anything that adds, I guess. Really good card. 1 Dark Hole, you know, not really 1-for-1 concept, but destroys everything. Monster Reborn, basically because it's staple, and we mostly like to reborn our Airabellums or Gale, mostly our tuners. Power Duality, I should be running 2 because I do have 2, but one of them is being used at the moment. But it helps us pick what we want from the deck, and it's really good later on in the game. If you know, for this deck rarely synchro summons, so we tend to use this a lot, and we get like a Smashing or Mystical Space Typhoon or something like that. 2 Mystical Space Typhoons, really good card. I don't know, it depends on me and my friend George made this deck, so he tends to I think he activates them more than I do. I sent them down most of the time, depending on the situation, I guess. 3 Smashings, oh yeah, definitely. This is definitely a card that says 1-for-1. Get rid of their high defense monster, summon out Airabellum. You know, basically you get rid of 2 cards just by using 1, so it's not that bad. 1 Mirror Force, staple, obviously. Dust Tornado, I don't know, we tried to use 2, but for some reason 1 actually works better. It actually helps out a lot, especially when they're afraid since we really don't like back row. It isn't too bad. 1-7 Tools of Bandit, we used to run 2, but now 1 is perfectly fine now. We try to run some Judgment, but this one's not too bad, so we just use it now. Roll oppression, well, definitely. This, like I said before, this deck has a somewhat anti-meta feel to it, so this helps out a lot. It's basically you get to use one card to get rid of a, you know, especially if you fight monsters that especially summon a lot. One card for like 5 isn't too bad. 2 Solemn Warnings, definitely another 1-for-1 concept. And this deck can get run over by cards that swarm really fast. So this card, we tend to use it on monsters that can set up big plays. For example, like maybe like the quick draws. You know how they use Pot of Avarice. We tend to get rid of the monster that they summon out first right away, so they don't get to use Pot of Avarice. If you use this on the last monster they use, I'm pretty sure they'll at least have 5 monsters in their graveyard for them to use Pot of Avarice. It's a really good card. 2 Bottomless Chapels, another 1-for-1 type of thing. Make them waste their like trap stuns or make them waste their 7 Tools of Advantage. Really good card. Gets rid of monsters that are annoying as hell. 3 Deep Prisons, another card that basically says 1-for-1 on it. Really good card. Gets rid of Stardust. Doesn't destroy. So onto the Synchro deck. In this deck, every month we have 15 at the moment. We like using every card. Allied Justice. Basically any monster that's not dark is automatically destroyed, so it's not too bad. Magical Android. Just because it's a really good card. It's 24 5 beater. Why not? You know, and it's just one of my overall synchros that I have. Blackwing, Armorwing. Just because like if we already have, we know for a fact we have game and they're trying to defend something. Sync for this guy, attack for game. Haleone, I'm not going to show the side deck on this one because I forgot to bring it, but I tend to run Golden Emergency Call against X Sabers. She rarely comes out, but when it comes out, it tends to help out a lot. 1 Brionac, doesn't really have the whole 1-for-1 type of thing, but if we have like Air Bellum on the field, it tends to lessen the cost, I guess you could say. Really good card. 1 Gaia, since Goyo's gone, this basically replaces them. Rarely used, but you know, it helps out a lot. 3 Arcanites, we think for this guy the most because we like, you know, of course, destroying 1-for-1, destroying really good cards. After his counters are up, we tend to sacrifice. Our tribute for Monarchs helps out a lot. I tend to wait it out sometimes to use his counters, but it's kind of a big mistake. After a while, you tend to realize you want to use his counters right away before they start doing anything. So, 2 Black Rose, really good card this format. I don't know why they didn't push it down to 2 or 1, but helps out a lot. So. Destroy everything on the field. 2 Stardust. He's rarely summoned out, but we just use him just because. I'm supposed to be running Starlight Roads, but the deck's doing pretty good so far, so I haven't run Starlight Roads yet, but he is possible to sync them. Thought Ruler, I don't know, I just, you know, get our life points back. A really good card for Psychics, so. And for any Doom Dragon, this guy rarely comes out, but he mostly comes out when I sync for Catastor, since he's a dark. Gale and a Catastor, Air Bellum and a Catastor. Oh no, wait, hold on, how does this work? No, sorry, it's the other way around. Yeah, he's actually pretty easy to sync in his deck. We just have a 5-level synchro already, and we use Gale to summon him out. It's a really good card, just a beat stick, that's about it. I don't like using Red Dragon Archon, so. Alright guys, that's basically the whole deck. Make sure to subscribe and check out our channel. I just posted a trade binder like a day ago, so subscribe, rate, and give us a shout out. We like to trade. We barely started out, so have a good one and take care. Later.